Hello friends, good morning to all of you. Welcome to my channel that is English for Diploma students. Today we are going to deal with the new topic that is unit number 2 and we are going to deal with non-verbal communication. That is, what is non-verbal communication? As far as in the previous chapter we dealt with the verbal communication. Verbal communication means what? When we use words in written, either written or oral form for the sake of exchanging our thoughts, that can be called as the verbal communication. On the contrary to that, you can observe the slide number 2. That is it possible to communicate without words? Is it possible? So it is possible. We can see it in the slide number 3. Without words also we can communicate with each other, and that is called as the non-verbal communication. So how it is possible? Let's see. That is non-verbal communication, the process of sending and receiving wordless message. Wordless message means what? It does not having any letters or sentences. Then also we can communicate with each other. That is called as the non-verbal communication. Wordless messages means what? Let's see. With the help of facial expressions we can communicate with each other. With the help of gaze means to stare. Gaze means what? To stare. Or gestures, postures, and tones of voice. That is the changes in voice or the various in voice or in our tone. With the help of this also we can communicate with each other. That is called as the non-verbal communication. Let's see the expressive signs, signals, and cues which are used to send and receive messages. So we will see in the next slide. Language is not the source of communication. There are other means also. Means what? The medium of communication. Only words or language. With the help of language, with the help of words, we communicate with each other. But without using words, how we can communicate? Let's see. Gestures. With the help of gestures we can communicate. It includes movements of hands. How we that the movements of hands, when we wave hands, it indicates that bye bye, see you. Is it that thumbs up sign? Then face and other parts of the body. With the help of this we can communicate with each other. Like we have seen that waving of hand. With the help of facial expression also we can communicate with each other. Let's see. Postures or body language. Postures means what? How we sit, how we stand. That the positioning of body at the time of sitting and standing, it also having the different meanings. Okay, it is called as the postures. Positioning of body while sitting and standing, it is called as the postures. And with the help of postures we can communicate how to stand and how to walk, how to sit down. There are various methods we have to apply over there, and each thing having the different meaning. है ना? Let's see. Next is facial expression. If we have the smile over our face, what it indicates? It indicates the happiness. Next is eye contact. This is the most important factor as far as the communication is concerned. If we do not have the proper eye contact, the communicative event or the communication process cannot be completed. So we should see everywhere at the time of delivering a lecture or a presentation, or while speaking with each other, we should see. Then that is emblems and haptics. Haptics means the communication through touch. Haptics means what? Communication through touch. We can communicate with each other. Let's see the various examples of haptics. Patting on back. It is the haptics, communication with touch. That is patting on back. What it indicates? Anybody can tell? No, it's okay. Patting on back or patting on shoulder, it having different meaning. Patting on shoulder indicates the consolation. Okay. Patting of shoulder indicates the consolation. So it is the haptics or the communication through touch. There are various things we can see in the haptics. When we greet each other, है ना? It is also a haptics. है ना? We handshake. It is a example of haptics. Let's see the next slide. That is, there are some pictures which are showing the facial expressions, like crying is there, some smiles are there. You know? Next slide. Let's see. Meaning can also be communicated through objects. Which are the objects? like clothing, hairstyle, architecture, symbols, dance, icons. With the help of this also we can communicate with each other. Each that occasion should have the different appearance or the different clothing should be there. Hairstyle should be there. Next slide. That is vocal characterizers. Vocal characterize. With the help of vocal characterizers also we can communicate. It's called as the non-verbal communication. Let's see. That is laughing. With the help of laughing we can communicate. Then sigh. Sometimes we sigh, used to sigh. Then crying, bletching, inhaling, excessive groaning, whining, aiding, or whispering. This all are the changes or the variation in tone or the variation in voice. Due to this, we can communicate certain message to the others. Next slide. That is movements of the body. When there is a movement of body, we can communicate different messages to each other. That is body, limbs. Limbs means the organs of body. Head. With the help of head, when we just move this head like this, it suggests that yes. If we move like this, it suggests no. Means movement of head also we can communicate certain messages. It is called as the non-verbal communication. Then feet and legs. You should be sit erectly. You should sit erectly as well when we stand. You should you should have the erect shoulders. Don't bend down your shoulders. It shows that you do not have the confidence as well as you are not prepared for that particular occasion. Next slide. That is some movements provide information about the emotions. That is there are some movements also which can say about or which gives information about the emotions which you have. Let's see. Some give information about personality traits or attitude. So that is the most important thing, that your facial expressions also or the movement also important when you are presenting anything, or in general life also it is important how to stand, how to walk, what kind of facial expression should be there. Next slide. That is emblems are there, sir. Sir, emblems are there like thumbs up sign indicates okay. Then V finger, victory finger. When there's a victory, we use this to show like fingers like this is the victory sign. Then finger pointed to temple, right? So side. When we point this finger to the temple, it says that you are going to suicide. Hand grasping throat, choke like this. Right? Then hand to mouth. When we it's tilt hand, eyes closed, sleeping. Next slide, please. Let's see use of emblems, how we can use insults and the directions these emblems are used. Come and go, like we can use hand movement like this, come here, go there, you know, like slow down, stop. These are some expressions are used. Greetings and departures also plays a vital role over there. Next slide. Touch behavior. As I told you regarding the haptics. Haptics means the communication through touch. है ना? With the help of touch. As I told you, when you put hand on your shoulder, it indicates the consolation. You are consoling someone. And when you pat on your back, it gives the you are going to boost his confidence. At that time you pat on the back, when you pat on the shoulder, it shows the consolation. Means each your touch indicates the various things. Then stroking and pushing also having various meaning. We will see it in the next slide. Like we expresses ourselves through postures. Postures means get, walk, sitting. How we get, how we walk, how we sit. Position of body is most important. When you sit on the chair, don't sit on the verge of chair. Verge means the front portion of your chair. It shows that you are in hurry, and it also shows that you are not confident. Okay, you should be relaxed on the chair. Okay, then gestures. This is also applicable for walk. There should be a gentle walk. है ना? Then seating also having the different meaning. Get means the when you stand, it also has a different meaning. Don't bend down while giving lectures. Don't bend down or the presentation. don't bend down. It shows that you are not prepared for that particular thing. You do not have the confidence. Okay, so never bend down. You should not bend down when you are delivering something, you are presenting something. Next is the gestures. Gestures means the movements of hands, legs, and fingers. With the help of this, as a gesture, I have told that movement of hands, legs also, then fingers. Legs means what? When you are frightened, that times you trembles with the fear. Right? Your legs getting shaky. Is it? So it is called as the that gesture of legs. And it says the fear. Then the fingers, as pointing index finger, victory sign is there, thumbs up sign is this. With the help of this, we can communicate different messages. It is called as the non-verbal communication. That is the motion of hands, head or body to emphasize on idea or emotion while speaking. While speaking, you are speaking something, but your movements, your facial expression adds more value to it. So use expressions where they are necessary. Don't use it excessively. Next slide, please. Let's see the silent language, the non-verbal communication. With the help of silence, we can communicate. Silence speaks louder than the word. This is the proverb we have studied up to 10th standard. That is, silence is gold. Silence is gold. Silence sparks glitter. Silence glitter than words. Silence is most important. Let's see. Silence, expressions in the eyes also plays a vital role. And pauses at a certain places plays a very vital role. Then there are some gestures, postures. We talked about this. Walk should be, your shoulders should be erect. Then facial expression, focal clues, touch, appearance. It plays a very vital role. Next slide, please. That is, this is about 4 basic modes of body language. There are 4 basic modes. That is a responsive. It is in the bracket I was eager. It shows the eager when you are responsive. Reflective. When your body language is reflective, you are going to evaluate someone. You are going to check someone. Then is fugitive. When you get bored, your body postures are different. When you get bored. Then combative, aggressive. When you are aggressive, your body language is different. It becomes the aggressive. Next slide. That is bored. Here I have pasted one picture here. Fugitive, that your body language. Bored, starting into space, slumped postures, doodling, foot tapping. Let's see, like this. See the pictures. Next. That's aggressive. Aggressive, let me speak, finger tapping, foot tapping, starting. Let's see. This is the positions when the person is aggressive. This position indicates that the person is aggressive. Next. That is curiosity. Next slide, please. Let's say curiosity. You see the touching the nose. This shows that that particular person is very curious about something. He is going to ask you something. Next slide. That is confident, proud, and existing. Please, next slide. Let's see the picture. That is when you are confident. This is the posture of that particular person who is a confident, well prepared, who having the knowledge. So the body posture like this, confident, proud, and egoistic. If the person is like this, the sitting style, or next slide. Okay, low sleeping, joining fingertips. Okay, we will stop over here. We have seen various things about the non-verbal communication. We will see more things in the next session. Thank you very much.